I said to him, "Where's my pal Johnny? What you done with him?" That bloody peacock says, "Oh,
Keep your nose clean.
he's currently detained."
He never. They put poor Mr. Wilmore in that prison of theirs. What for?
Wouldn't say, would he? Eh? All full of martial law this and special powers that.
Ugh, bunch of little Hitlers.
Aye. Our Davy never came back from France in the last one.
Oh, I know.
He was still here with us. He'd have spat in the eye, that pompous little... Words fail me.
I know. But just keep mum about how cross you are, though. If they'll lock up Mr. Wilmore, they'll lock up anybody.
Citizens of Wyndham, a contaminated...
Why here, of all places? If they'd resolved to do something so awful, why in the church?
Some bugger, pardon my French, wanted to make a scene, sir.
And doom us all in the process. If the captain and his minions find out. Oh, I'm sorry, we're closed today. Please leave. Please, I beg of you. Just forget you saw anything here and go. Please. Good heavens above, no. The very thought. Please, tell no one. I know how it seems, but I would not ask such a thing if it weren't for the good of the village. It's vital the military don't learn of this. We'll tidy up, but if the captain and his toy soldiers find out, things will become so much worse here. All I can concern myself with right now is keeping this quiet. I must decide what to do about this before any soldier wanders in. I would suggest you let all this lie too. The matter is best left to the village to handle. Maisie, a local girl. She must have got mixed up in something. The weapon that was used to, a peculiar choice. It puts me in mind of those debauched druids out in the woods. Well, we call them druids. I'm not sure what they call themselves. The disaster seems to have fostered the return of some distinctly atavistic, indeed thoroughgoing pagan sentiments around here. The following sprang up in Casterfell Woods shortly after, in the ruins of an old castle, and has since bloomed into a vicious cult, certain death. That's what you'll be met with if you choose to enter the woods. I advise you to stay well away. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some things to work out.
What do you want? I had naught to do with Maisie's death, I swear, in God's name. And neither did the vicar. He's a good man. If this gets back to the soldiers, they'll cart him and me both off to jail. I don't know who. Not us. She probably got on the wrong side of someone on account of her. But you should leave. This is village business, and none of yours. Save your threats. Like I said, this is none of your business, stranger. If you want to play detective, stick to the crime scene. Leave us bystanders alone.
You'll do the right thing, I'm sure. God go with you. I trust you will do what is right.
Citizens of Wyndham.
Show some lit spirit, he
Volunteers are
says.
required for
Like the
work
Luftwaffe
details.
ever bombed his house, the silly sod.
Work out to help out.
Keep it civilized. No troublemakers.
One more civvy gives me cheek and I pop the back.
Citizens, it has come to my attention, again, that despite warnings, certain among you are still pursuing prohibited activities. To wit, such barbaric pagan practices. Now, in normal times, I'm sure your local folklore and beliefs might all seem very quaint and harmless. But these are not normal times. This area is under martial law, and I will not tolerate your casual heresy.
I don't know why the locals act like that.
I wouldn't
We're
mind.
protecting them.
But
The
the
bloody
protocol is
ungrateful
there for a
sod.
reason. It's here to be obeyed. Dismissed.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember,
Start it again tomorrow.
strangers may be dangers. If you encounter anyone who is unfamiliar to you,
Do as you're told, right?
Citizens of Wyndham, pagan practices of any kind are strictly forbidden. Any breach of this regulation is punishable by death.
See that big metal bugger? I could have it. I could.
Steady on, George. It's got guns on it, you know.
Stamping it out like it owns
We'd be able to get along all right, like to ourselves. We're up to our armpits in soldiers and outlaws. At least I'd die happy.
A new customer. How do? Not often we're seeing new faces here. My name's Alf Buckshaw. Welcome to what's likely the last pub in Cumberland, such as it is. Now, what can I do for you? Oh, I think we can manage that. Bet you weren't expecting to find a place like Wyndham still ticking over after all what's gone on here, were you now? Folk will get used to anything given time. Which isn't to say, it's not nice to see some new faces coming through here now and then. Reminds a fella just how strange this all really is. The captain likes strangers too. He treats them better than he does the rest of the village. Means he can do things us regular folk can't. You'd help out the village, would you? Let me ask you something. The soldiers, protocol as they go by. What do you make of them? Aye, well, you haven't been here long enough to know. Between you and me and the garden wall, let me tell you, it's like being under an army of occupation. Look, I'm willing to trust you've your heart in the right place, and I need help with summit. Soldiers have got their eyes on me, but they'll give you the benefit of the doubt, for the moment at least. I need to collect a few messages. Not important, you understand, but I can't stick me nose out of the door without the soldiers taking an interest. You they'll let walk out of the village, so I need you to go to Skethermore for us. I'm not interesting. Just need a mite of discretion in the gathering, if you follow me. There's something in it for you and all. Not asking you to do out for note. I need a message collecting from Nora. Careful with her. She's not fond of strangers. But it'll be all right if you see I sent you. She hides out in her barn on Skethermore. I'll mark it for you. The other note is with a fella who skulks all over Skethermore. But we have a meeting place. I'll mark it on your map. Fair warning, though. Out in Scathermore, soldiers don't care who or what you are. They'll shoot before they ask. You let me know if there's aught else I can help you with. I suppose I might be able to help a friendly traveller out. What sort of gear did you have in mind? All right. Well, look. There's ways and means. The old government bunkers, the ones they reckon were secret, like anything stays a secret round here for long. If it's special gear you want, have a poke round in any bunker you find. I've heard there's some grand doings to be had in them, but watch yourself. Few of them are safe. Keep your bloody voice down. Nothing brings the soldiers down on you faster than talking about that. Mayhap I heard rumours of it, but I can't see it out more than that. You helping me with those messages is a fair trade, I suppose. All right, let's talk. One of them scientists, in particular, used to come to drink in here. Before it all went arse upwards, that is. He liked his ale, that fella, and ale made him chatty. He told me he worked in something called the Interchange. Never said quite where it were, but he used to stagger off towards the substation round the back of here. So that might be worth a deco. Well, he said he worked on some gadget with that Dr. Garrow, who were a big noise over at the site. He called it a signal redirector. Top secret. Only a few of them made at the doctor's request. I've no idea what they were for. You could do worse than talk to Nora. She were there at the time, and she has a good brain, has Nora. Look, you didn't hear any of that from me, all right? Quiet as the grave, mate. Well, after it all went to cock and we got quarantined, London started sending in soldiers. To start with, folk were happy to see them. But after a while, it turned out there was bugger all they could do to help. When they found out they weren't being let back through the wall again, well, it got nasty. Plenty round here, I reckon. It's what it would have been like if the Nazis had invaded after all. Of course, you didn't hear that from me, all right? Who knows what them boffins were up to? But I don't think that atom plant going pop was part of the plan, do you? Or at least they told us it were an atom plant. So where are all the atoms, eh? I've heard a thing or two about radioactiveness, and by all rights, none of us should be standing here. Anyhow, I shouldn't be gossiping about this stuff. There, all good. All sorts comes through here, so don't be shy about coming back. Might have something new for you. See you around.
Beer at the pub tastes like sheep dip. Better than nothing, mind.
Watch yourself, Civvy. Always doing make work around here. Should have those villagers doing it for us. Nothing worthwhile this lot.
One more civvy gives me cheek and I pop the bastard. Not sure I like the look of you. One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the... Watch your step.
Do as you're told, right?
Your family shows signs of corruption. Report it immediately. Caught early, the contagion can be painlessly excised. Be vigilant. Be safe.
It's like having another bloody war.
Oh, who are you? I don't know you. You're not with the soldiers, are you? I run a lawful place here. Stick to every word of the protocol here, I do. Oh? Well, not that there's anything wrong with it if you did, it's just... Well, never mind. Now let me know if you're looking to buy something. What? You know that he's... Doesn't really matter how you know, does it? Look, I'll talk, but only to show you I'm doing nothing wrong. You have to keep quiet about this, please. Me husband, Philip, he went off exploring with one of his pals. Bloody fools, the pair of them. He said they were poking around in an old bunker and walked into a cloud of funny glowing spores or something. And he told me he started hearing voices. He says the voices hurt him. Whatever it was, it made him awful ill. It's not getting any better. Just a bit worse every day. He's upstairs, locked away, safe and sound, and not doing anything to hurt nobody. You know, we've had one mite of luck. Came by a special tonic which does something to settle the voices in his head and keep the infection down. At least, while we can get it, it does. But look, what's your interest in all this? I'm sorry, but I don't have any of the tonic left. I know where you can get some, though. There's a lady, calls herself Mother Jago, out in Casterfell Woods. Brews the tonic to her own recipe. She lives out by the old mine. I can mark on the map where to find her. And listen, I hate to ask, but could I trouble you to get us some of the tonic? Just a single bottle. We're almost run out. Bless you, thank you. Bye now. Philip, what have you done, you monster? You asked for this.
Join the army to see the world and get some action. Well, that worked out brilliantly.
A new customer. How'd you do? Welcome to Wyndham Village. Pardon my curiosity, but how is it the soldiers let you in? Did you bribe them? And if you did, what with? Aye, well, I can hazard a guess. Our little Napoleon, the captain that is, he keeps an eye out for folk like you. A stranger might be important. And if you're important, then that's another stepping stone out of the zone, isn't it? Anyway, where are me manners, eh? I'm Maurice Wick, owner of this establishment. Take a look at what I have to offer if you fancy. Oh, you'd have to ask him that yourself. I'll leave that pleasure to you. Me, I'm happy here in the shop, where I never have to look at the man. Big explosion, that's what. I remember it woke the whole village. We were out in the streets, wondering what were what. I mean, with all them atoms and such like they have over there. The soldiers rolled in and told us we were fine, that there weren't no radioactivity to be frit of. But then, in the next breath, they said we couldn't leave. Temporary quarantine protocol, they called it. Temporary, my hat. Look at them walls. Nowt temporary about them, is there? We had no choice but to take it on the chin. So we did. Well, most of us did anyhow. In the months after the disaster, some people started to turn a bit odd. Nothing bad, just different, you know. Kept going on about the soil calling to them. People you'd known your whole life, proper sober folk, suddenly talking about a new purpose. Then one night, they all upped and marched off into woods. Soldiers have been properly down about any talk, since that might sound a bit, you know, pagan. I shouldn't be talking about it neither. Thank you. Call again. Get new stock in now and then, so come back any time. I might have something new for you.
Addressing civilian. Stand back.
Keep it civilized. No troublemakers.
Until the area is once again declared safe.
Let's not have any trouble.
Hands away from any weapons, you.
Wait.
I see you! What's up? Have they gone? Keep the peace, civvy.
Just when the music was getting good. And this all happens.
Giving her a war with a picture.
Citizens of
I
Windsor,
want to know why
remember
not.
that your village is one of the few. Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers are required for work details on Scattermore. Work out to help out.
Not sure I like the look of you.
Citizens of Wyndham, a contaminated area has been reported in the Scattermore fields. Please stay away from there until it has been sterilized. Citizens of Wyndham, we cannot guarantee your safety beyond the village palings. Do you have a good reason to leave the village? Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are in essence treasonous and will be treated as such. Please don't make us hurt you.